Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at will Jennette McCurdy be part of the iCarly reboot. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Let's get into it. Why isn't Jennette McCurdy in the iCarly reboot? McCurdy played Sam Puckett from 2007 to 2012 on iCarly alongside Miranda Cosgrove as the title character Carly, Jerry Trainer as Spencer, and Nathan Kress as Freddy. All but McCurdy will be in the iCarly reboot, causing many fans to wonder why we won't be seeing Sam when the characters reunite. According to Newsweek, McCurdy had a bio on her website that has since been deleted that noted, "I started out as a child actor. That certainly lent some psychological trauma. Sound guys can be especially creepy." The bio now says, Jennette McCurdy got her start in child acting, which by her late teen years had brought her success. She starred in Nickelodeon's hit show iCarly and her own spin-off Sam and Cat. Despite her outside success, McCurdy felt ashamed of 90% of her resume and ultimately unfulfilled, so she turned to alcohol, but since that didn't work, she quit acting and began pursuing writing and directing in 2017.
Just as iCarly was starting to become a true phenomenon, Jennette was dealt another devastating blow. Her mom was diagnosed with cancer for the second time around, but this time there was no coming back from it.
Jennette said she had complicated feelings about iCarly. In a 2020 interview with Elite Daily, McCurdy discussed some of the trauma that she endured as a child actor, and it's not surprising that she would pass on the opportunity to play Sam again. "I had to kind of fight the demons on my own time," McCurdy said, of working through her mother's death in 2013 and quitting acting in 2016. "I went dark, I went off social media, I quit acting. I had to make those pretty big life decisions in order to deal with my stuff, my life," she shared. As for accepting her time as a child actor on a hit show, she explained, "I'm not fully there yet. I still have complicated feelings towards my past from my experience with Nickelodeon. It's something that I work on," McCurdy added. "I'd like to get to a place of peace with my past. That would be great."
Is that a very important cast member was not named for the reboot, and that being the one and only Jennette McCurdy. It has been long overdue since people all over have been able to see these four big star names.
McCurdy found this part of her iCarly fame upsetting. Jennette played the character Sam Puckett on iCarly from 2007 to 2012, and on the spin-off series Sam and Cat in 2013 to 2014. As a child actor on a hit show, McCurdy found that she was a role model to her fans, but she admitted she found it upsetting because of the message her character often focused on. Why Jennette McCurdy said that being a role model was upsetting. McCurdy found that her fame brought the extra weight of being a role model to her young fans. In a 2019 essay she wrote for HuffPost, McCurdy shared how it was upsetting to her because she didn't feel like her iCarly character contributed anything that made her a positive example for kids. "By the time I was 21, I had just signed a deal for a spin-off series starring my character from iCarly," she wrote. "I had also become acutely aware that I was a role model for kids, which I felt like I was supposed to find cool, but I actually found upsetting." McCurdy continued, "My great contribution to society was walking onto an overlit Nickelodeon set shouting lines about fried chicken. My character liked fried chicken. And that's what kids were looking up to." She pointed out how it was the shallowness of my success that made me resent it, adding that resentment festered, providing even more fuel for my disordered eating. "I actively began to engage in anorexic behaviour again." Which leads us on to McCurdy struggling with eating disorders. In her 2019 essay, McCurdy addressed how she struggled with disordered eating, beginning when she was just 11 years old. "My disordered eating started when I was 11, she wrote. "As a child actress working in Hollywood, I quickly learned that remaining physically small for my age meant I had a better chance of booking more roles. Unfortunately, I had a trusty and dedicated companion ready to help me with my burgeoning anorexia, my mum." She continued, "I don't hold this against my mum at all. I don't think she could help it. Mum had been hospitalised for anorexia on several occasions when she was a teenager, and I'm not convinced she ever overcame her disordered eating," McCurdy added. "When I was growing up, the only dinner I ever saw her eat was a plate of steamed broccoli and cauliflower with a single pinch of garlic salt for flavour." Working on a Nickelodeon show didn't help McCurdy's anorexia. "The stress of having to be on all the time got to me. I became even more fixated on food and my body. I even monitored every bite I took," she explained. "I exercised obsessively and measured my thighs with a measuring tape every night before bed. When I was 18, my mum was diagnosed with cancer for a second time, and this time it was terminal. iCarly had become a global phenomenon. I had a record deal with a fancy record label, mum was dying, and I just couldn't handle the pressures of everything happening around me." And that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss another amazing video from us. Until next time.